Roy has had a reputation of not taking chances, not wanting to get hit. He is taking chances, sticking his chin out there now.
The one thing about Roy Jones, you're going to land those big shots early in the first round. Go back to the body to make sure that this guy is not able to get his second win on you later on.
Griffin shying away from the left hook feint there. Obviously, and for good reason, extremely cautious now about Roy Jones's left hook leads. Jones lands another left hook there. Griffin starts to look for counter opportunities, but still very much on the defensive with 50 seconds to go in round number one. Huge round for Roy Jones so far.
And Roy Jones is playing the feinting game, and Griffin is benefiting by it. Whoa, what a left hook. What a left hook.
Second knockdown of the round.
That was a leaping left hook.
And he wins a fight and it goes 12 rounds, and the judges, who knows how they're going to vote.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, George. All three judges in this fight are not from America. And wherever he goes, he'll have neutral judges.
You better believe it, Larry.
Well, Larry's point is quite well taken in the sense that the judges are Gus Mercurio from Australia, Omar Mitten from Mexico, Jack Woodburn from Canada. You could be badly vision impaired and you'd still be able to score a Roy Jones fight.
Well, that's not the way it goes when you're away from home. You got to get those fights over with.
And you wonder how much of this Clinton Woods is going to want to take. Because now it's batting practice, and now Woods' manager, Dennis Hobson, throws in the towel.
His manager knew his fight.
He can't take this kind of punishment much longer. Tony Orlando taking a big look at him. He says, yeah, I'm okay. Not really, though. He's bleeding from the eye to nose. The other eye, no legs. He's trying to pay possum, but believe me, that's no possum right now. There's 30 seconds to go. Round number 6. He's going to fall on his face. Eats a big right-hand lead. He's down again. 3 knockdown rule is not in effect. We're on the IBF rules. But I can't see Tony Orlando letting it go if he goes down a third time. 10 seconds to go, round number 6. Jones says, come on, Vinny, let's call it a day. That's going to be it. I think Tony Orlando's over. Haziem's trying to say he's all right. But no way. Those knockouts were the product of the debilitation that set in his body as the result of going up to more than 200 pounds, all muscle, to fight John Ruiz for a heavyweight belt, and then having to lose 30 pounds of muscle to come back down in the light heavyweight division.
And that's reasonable. That's a reasonable
It is a reasonable discussion. Yes. Indeed it is.
And after the first knockout by Tarver, he fought too soon, particularly the next fight with Lynn Johnson. It was way too soon, without giving his head a chance to really fully heal.
In fact, I think that's the likely explanation. The fact is, he is now 39 years old, and he doesn't look it tonight.
Nice job, man.
Well, if you don't want to look 39, pick out a 35-year-old opponent who hadn't fought in 2.5 years.
Indeed.
Nice fight. Nice fight, boys. Nice fight.
Еще сохраняется, я вам скажу. Хотя все мы, конечно, ждем победы нашего боксера. Денис доказывает, что он не зря... Нет, это не был удар. Нет.
Это
такой, еще раз, да, мастерство.
И Рой Джонс это все понимает, и сам улыбнулся, извинился.
Да, и Смугер... Ну, такой же, такая ситуация была во втором раунде.
Удар незначительный, и ногу подставил, получилось.
Да.
Как подсечка.
И вот насколько...
Да, поймал кураж, все-таки последний...
Я требую 11-го раунда.
Последних 2 раундов не хватает, конечно.
Да, вы требуете продолжения банкета, я вас прекрасно понимаю.
Легко смогли еще
а бой заканчивается.
Ой-ой-ой, вот это уже пропустил. Очень
великолепная концовка. Давай, Денис, давай. Все. Это нокаут.
Я в шоке. Я в шоке.
Это то.
So the predictions of those who thought that Roy Jones couldn't possibly last 12 rounds in the ring with a man who outweighs him by this margin prove empty and false.
And the crowd stands and cheers Roy Jones.
And he deserves it. He chose his niche. He creatively picked his risk. He excited the boxing world. And he dominated the fight. He's got a bunch.
That's what I like.
He's got a bunch.
Inside. He's got a tiger inside of there. But Tarver's got that one straight right hand. He just has not delivered yet.
Step back, fellas, please. There we go.
He hasn't delivered that straight right hand and come back with the hook.
Work out. Stop. Work out. Work out.
He's the greatest fighter of his generation. What's been missing was the risk. Tonight, it's clear, fighting Antonio Tarver was a bigger risk than Roy Jones thought it would be, though jeopardized throughout the bout. And as George Foreman says, physically low on energy, struggling after having battled to make weight, Roy Jones has dug deep and has found the best within himself in these last 6 minutes and seems on that basis to have saved his record. Gives up. Calzaghe lands inside.
Yeah.
And particularly to the body, Calzaghe is landing his stuff.
Well, to the elbows. I haven't seen too many clean shots, even downstairs, from Calzaghe, at least not to my eye.
Work out of it. Work out of it. Break! Okay, break!
Calzaghe knows that Jones is quicker in the center of the ring, and down goes Calzaghe. Just as he was down in the first round against Hopkins, he's down in the first round against Jones. And Jones makes his point that he can hurt Calzaghe in flurries inside.
But he may not make it out of this one like he did with the Hopkins. I think
he's much more hurt.
He's seriously hurt. The other one's more of a flash knockdown.
Much more badly hurt than against Hopkins. And fighting round.
Those games, trying to win his first world championship, the vacant IBF middleweight title.
Body first and back up to the head.
Title vacated when James Toney moved up to 168 pounds. One of them about to become.
You can just see that Jones is just outsmarts him. It's like cat and mouse. The entire fighting a good, solid professional.
Takes expectations.
Good call, Larry.
Expect him to look like Mr. America and Mr. World.
Big heavyweight championship fight upcoming. The crowd has retained all of its potential.
For the winner by unanimous decision, and now the IBF middleweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Jones wants to finish in grand fashion here as he's starting to get more aggressive in the final 10 seconds. It's over, and I think it's over for the champion, at least as the super middleweight champion. Roy Jones Jr. splendid indeed, splendid enough for the upset, or at least so it appears, Joe Wilson.
I got it. A shutout. How surprising is that? A shutout for Roy Jones Jr.
The only round that appeared close enough to give to the champion is the one that unofficially I gave him. It was the fourth round because that was when Tony began to apply some body work.
Right.
But he couldn't sustain it from that point on.
Exactly.
And then the knockdown in round 3, the left hook, the indication that Jones